The Mavericks are so lucky to get the #1 pick. You make the dumbest trade in sports, Luka for AD, Max Christie, and 1 pick, accidentally fall into a generational prospect. And Nico Harrison said, now I think fans are finally starting to see the vision. What vision? You mean you got lucky? That kind of thing makes Mavs fans want to pull their hair out. I could see if he got Cooper Flagg with one of the Lakers picks, maybe? But you know who's unlucky in all this? Cooper Flagg. Kid will always be compared to what if with Luka. I know it's unfair, but it's true. And Luka's out here about to do his revenge season, while Cooper may be set up to fail. And I know that sounds harsh, but listen to this. Mavs need to be successful, but there are 2 things that could make or break Cooper Flagg's season. But I am so excited for NBA basketball to be back. Only about a month until preseason. I just want to get out of the same old house to see the brand new Rockets, KD, Dorian Finney-Smith, which is why I want to give the sponsor of today's video, SeatGeek, a huge shout out. With over 35 million downloads, SeatGeek is the #1 rated ticketing app. There are more than 70,000 events listed on SeatGeek, including concerts, sports, festivals, and more. Like I said, NBA preseason. So I got Hawks Rockets near my house here on October 6th. I can get in the door for $9. I'm looking around here at deals. Dude, to sit in the lower bowl, especially this close right here for $185 is unbelievable. Anything in green means it's a really good deal, so I really like these tickets. And like I said, while looking around, SeatGeek's got your back. Each ticket rated on a scale of 1 to 10, so you know you're getting a good deal. Look for green dots. Green means good, red means bad, but every ticket is backed by their buyer guarantee. And of course, I've got a code for you guys. You can use code AMHOOPS10 for 10% off your next set of tickets at SeatGeek. That is 10% off any tickets with promo code AMHOOPS10. Make sure you click the link down in the description to download the app and have that code automatically added to your account so you can use it later. So the Mavs could have dealt AD or Kyrie to build around Cooper, but they said, no, we're gonna win now. How many other #1 picks have been in that situation? Zachary Rijuchet? No. Wemby on the rebuilding Spurs? No. Paolo Banchero? You have to scroll all the way back to Tim Duncan in 1997, and that was in small market San Antonio with a fraction of the spotlight. Cooper playing with 3 Hall of Fame guys in their 30s who have already won championships. AD, Kyrie, and Klay Thompson, and they're all looking at him to be special. At 18 years old, and imagine those other top picks on a win-now team where every single thing they do is under a microscope. You have to be perfect. Instead, they got to learn and ease into being the franchise guy. But Cooper, we heard the hype, you better step up. And social media is like 10 times more harsh, but it may be worse than we thought. Because the first thing that could make or break Cooper Flagg's season is this Jason Kidd experiment. The Mavs coach says he wants to try the same thing he did with young Giannis back in the day. See, Giannis had flashes of a handle, and people are like, oh man, imagine if this freak could do it all. So at 21 years old, Kidd, a former point guard, put the ball in Giannis's hands full time. It was 40-60 split between point guard and shooting guard. Now they bailed on that after 1 season, but Kidd wants to try it again. I want to put him at point guard. I want to make him uncomfortable and see how he reacts. Be able to run the show, be able to play shooting guard, play small forward. I mean, he's comfortable playing that, but we want to push. I think he's going to respond in a positive way. Really, you better hope so, because isn't already being an 18-year-old kid in the spotlight pressure enough? We want more pressure? Now, to be fair, Coop did bring the ball up at Duke. In fact, he averaged 4.2 assists last year, and his 156 assists were 41 more than his next closest teammate. But rookie point guard is the toughest position in the NBA. We're about to do this for no reason. There is so much to worry about with defenses, the speed of the game, and Giannis didn't have this Flagg expectation. But if Kidd tries this from day one, it could be a disaster. See, the NBA front-loaded the Mavs schedule with home games, which is great. In fact, their first 5 games are in Dallas, and 13 of the first 18 are at home. But that means late season is road heavy, so a fast start is crucial. You gotta be good out of the gate. Remember, missing the playoffs is a disaster, right? Well, historically, if you start 7-3, basically a lock for the postseason. That drops to a 44% chance with a losing record. But the Mavs' first 10 looks like this. Red opponents missed the playoffs last year, and green opponents made it. So I don't think that a winning record is out of the question. But with Cooper Flagg at point guard, who knows? But the Mavs must stay afloat until Kyrie Irving returns. Remember, he tore his ACL last March, and we just got a major update on Kai's return. So to replace him, the Mavs signed D'Angelo Russell. His reputation not great right now, but the regular season, we're just 1 year removed from D'Lo having back-to-back seasons of 18.6 assists on over 40% from deep as a Laker. Now, playoffs are a different story, but on a live stream, Kai just dropped a little update.
I was in the gym doing a little bit more as well. That's the second update. I won't tell you exactly what I was doing because it's all about incremental growth, but I can share with y'all it was some good days in the gym. I'm healing up great. To this date today on the 26th, this will be 5 months post-surgery.
Wow, that is fantastic news, and the timeline for an ACL return is 9 to 12 months. That would put his earliest return in December. But I mean, dude's 33 years old, so I'd say a post-All-Star return is most likely in February. Will the Mavs be riding high then? Well, it all depends on Anthony Davis. Ah yes, Day to Davis. And the latest news there, not good, shock. So a new trend for NBA teams is a bonding camp before training camp. I know it's the most modern NBA sounding thing ever. We probably need a tougher name, but the Mavs did have bonding camp in SoCal last week. Klay Thompson invited everybody, but not on the court. Anthony Davis. He had a surgery in July for a detached retina and weirdly, as of last week, is still unable to play basketball. Is this a big deal? I don't know, but welcome to the Anthony Davis experience. It all depends on his health, but it's always something. So yeah, there will be a ton of pressure on Cooper Flagg from day one, and at the same time, Luka is out for revenge. This man just did another photo shoot in the media to show off his body transformation. He wants everybody to know he is in MVP type shape, and on the court, the only guy at Eurobasket to make the All-Star team not in the Final Four. That list was Giannis, who won bronze, Alperen Şengün silver, Dennis Schroeder and Franz Wagner, who both won gold. Luka finished 7th, but scored 35 points a game, most at Eurobasket since 1989, and he was nominated for Best Defensive Player. What is going on? Dude is obviously on a mission to prove the Mavericks wrong and get revenge. Now, we have seen Luka get skinny before, burgers and beer creep back in, but his body is only one X factor this offseason for LA. Luka now has the one thing that unlocks his potential historically. The Mavs finals run only happened because Luka was then playing with Daniel Gafford and Derek Lively. Dude loves a big in pick and roll and lobs. Number 2 in assisting dunks since he came to the league behind only Trae Young. Well, last year LA was starting Jackson Hayes at center, which severely limits what Luka can do. But now, they have DeAndre Ayton, and I am not saying that he is prime Shaq, but we all saw Ayton ball out a few years ago with Chris Paul. That CP and Ayton connection crucial to Phoenix making the finals and Ayton getting that max contract offer from Indiana. So if the Lakers can get like near max Ayton for just $8 million a year, it's like a reverse Bradley Beal. Huge value from a position to maximize your star. The point is, if Luka gets revenge, even more eyes will be on Cooper Flagg. Kid already has a world of expectation going number 1. Now in the deep end though from day one, that is a Point Cooper experiment for apparently no real reason. Waiting for Kyrie Irving to come back maybe in February and depending on Anthony Davis's health for success. You hate to say it, but there could be a lot of trouble on the horizon already. But speaking of the Mavericks, ex-owner Mark Cuban has been defending Kawhi and Steve Ballmer, saying that they are innocent from day one. But so many people are now asking, why is Mark Cuban going so hard defending Steve Ballmer? Could it be that he had under-the-table payments to Dirk Nowitzki back in the day? Yes, but it also could be something even more shady than that.